Hey guys, it's your buddy Ryan here, and today we're going to be taking a quick look at Contra 3: The Alien Wars. Now, this is a copy of the game that I picked up at my local game shop, Peak Collectibles in Tehachapi, California. So thanks guys, and special thanks to Benson for taking such good care of his game back in the 1990s. Now here's the one I grew up with, Contra 3 for the original Game Boy, which I typically played in my Super Game Boy when the system wasn't being hogged by my older brother, thanks Richie. And right away as I was checking out the SNES version, I started to notice that it's not a complementary version of the game like you might see in the Mega Man series, where the Game Boy version was similar but not the same as the NES version, but this is actually sort of a one-to-one demake of the original game. You can see right away with the car in the first level, the shield and the spray gun. Well, in the Game Boy version, what do you have? The car, the shield, and the spray gun. So everything that you wanted to get out of it gameplay-wise from the Super Nintendo version is exactly matched in the Game Boy version. Now, we may owe some of this to the fact that Contra is a game that originated on the NES, so it's sort of a more old-school concept even for back then. So you can easily bring that sort of thing back onto the Game Boy, and it just works. But the great thing for me is, a lot of these Game Boy games might not have some of the upgrades or physics quite the same as the bigger version for the NES or Super Nintendo, but this one absolutely has everything. I mean, you've got fire shooting out of the ground in the exact same spot, rails to climb on, upgrades for all your weapons, pretty much nothing seems to be missing. Now, you can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but for my money, it seems like both versions are fairly comparable. Minus, obviously, the sprite limit on the Game Boy version, and, Mode 7 graphics not being on the Game Boy, and the sound design being a little different. But for the most part, if you're on a road trip, you're getting a pretty similar experience when you're a kid, as long as you're fine with that dark green Game Boy goodness. Now, one thing that also is similar between these two games is that they're tough as nails. Now, I'm a pretty alright gamer, but I'm not the kind of epic gamer to beat Contra 3. And that's okay, because that's what makes me keep wanting to play, because I've never beaten this game and it's a ton of fun. I recommend trying either version that appeals to you. Have a great day, please like and subscribe.